welcome back to The Horror with your host Jenna as always. Thank you for checking me out. For any of you who are regularly checking me out, thank you for returning. Anyone who is new, thank you for subscribing and watching me and everything. Today I'm going to be talking about Tales from the Crypt. I'm going to mention a few episodes that I personally enjoy a lot. And then a couple of honorable mentions that I feel like needed to at least be brought up. But before I get into that, for many of you, you know this little fact, but in case of anyone out there who maybe is a little bit younger, doesn't realize this, or you're just getting into horror, Tales from the Crypt, before it was announced that it was going to be possibly brought back by M. Night Shyamalan. It was a TV show, obviously, on HBO. And before that, even, it was a comic book. There's a few different of these titles going around, but they were all done by, the same people. William Gaines, who is a big contributor to this, he was kind of the one who, I guess, invented Tales from the Crypt, along with his team and everything. But there was, Tales from the Crypt, Haunt of Fear, Vault of Horror, Shock Suspense Stories, just a ton of different one of these, Weird Science and all that. And the TV show actually, took many different of these comics and brought them to us when it was on HBO many, many years ago. So, I will actually show you, excuse me, I thought I was going to burp. I know you guys would probably kill me if I didn't at least show you guys at least what I have of the comics. Now, these are all sort of like the volumes of them. Hopefully one day I will own all of these, but for right now, I'll show you what I have. So this is, excuse me, Volume 2 of Vault of Horror. Right there, you can see on the back the other ones that are out there. Hopefully I will get those one day. Next up, Volume 1 of the Haunt of Fear. Right there, right there, right there. Volume 2 of Tales from the Crypt. I love these things. I swear I love these things. And I got these all from my local comic book shop, Dreamland Comics. Love that place. I've been going there since I was a kid. Little half pint. And then Weird Science, which is Volume 1 that I have here. I actually just picked this one up last weekend. All the other ones I've had for a few years now. But there you go. There you go. There you go. And now, onto our wonderful television show. And as you guys can see, I have all 7 seasons there, sort of, kind of, a little too much to fit in my hands, but what else? I have all 7 seasons, so you guys know I love the show. So let me crack into it. Now this isn't really, in, necessarily a specific order. I guess it's just kind of season 1 on, but whatevs. So, top 10. And, like I said, this isn't necessarily any specific order for me other than just, going from, season 1 on. So not necessarily, a true top 10, but just episodes that I really enjoy. So, first one is The Man That Was Death from season 1. It was actually first episode. Love that episode. Second one is Lover Come Hack to Me, which is also from season 1. That is the one where the couple is on their honeymoon. This douchey kind of guy marries this girl just to basically get her inheritance, and then kind of finds out the twisted lives of what the females do in this family. Crazy episode. I love it though. I feel like that could have been easily a full-length movie. I'm just saying. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Whatever. Third one which is another one of my like all-time personal favorites, is Television Terror with Morton Downey Jr. In this episode, because I think I kind of brought this up when I did a review on WNUF Halloween Special a while back, that movie definitely kind of reminded me a little bit of this episode. It's basically this talk show host is sort of like shock talk show host, sort of like a Howard Stern of his day or Jerry Springer, where it just kind of like just does just crazy ass topics. Goes into a haunted house or whatever and kind of ignores warnings of other people of going in. Havoc ensues and he pays the price. So that's another one I feel like could have been a full-length feature film. But you know what? We got WUN Halloween Special. I think I just messed the title up. Whatever. So that's number 3. Number 4, fourth episode that I really enjoy is Ease'll Kill Ya. I know I just kind of brought this up within one of my last couple of videos. But this is the one where guys, like, he's a painter and he ends up, like, starts killing people using their blood in his paintings, starts selling these paintings to a guy who keeps offering him more and more money for each, painting he gets. And unfortunately, the girl he started to kind of like hook up with ends up passing away after a fatal accident, and he, unbeknownst to him, kills the doctor that's on his way to save her. And lesson learned. So another thing I like about this show is it's pretty true with like the morality type of stories and endings and everything. So yeah, that was number 4, yeah. Fifth one that I really enjoy, it stars John Glover, who's been in a ton of stuff. He's in like the second Gremlins and everything, tons of stuff. That's The Undertaking Parlor, which is about a very crooked embalmer slash whatever. He just, he kind of like runs prices up on like funerals and stuff and caskets and stuff, and he uses like the cheapest ways possible to like do his work and stuff, like just and another guy who just gets what's coming to him, gets overtaken by a bunch of kids. Douche. Anyway, so number 6, sixth episode that I really enjoy, a good haunted house one too, semi-haunted house one. House of Horror. This one I know has like Will Wheaton, Meredith Selinger, I believe is her name. Another good little one. That's the one where it's like the frat house and everything, and like the thing that they have to do to like get into this frat house is go into this like supposedly haunted house that they've rigged up, and then obviously turns out that it really is haunted. Actually not even haunted, no, because like it's actually the girls who end up like are kind of doing their frat rush that same time, and they kind of chose these guys to like kill and like eat or whatever. Fun one. So those, what, 5 I said? 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So those 6. Seventh one. In this one, for anyone who knows me, if you've been watching me for a while, you knew this one was going to be on here. It is from season 5, Death of Some Salesman, starring Ed Bagley Jr., and in a triple role, 3 different roles, Tim Curry is in this. Once again, just bringing his like kooky ass acting to this episode. Just I love Tim Curry. Anything he's in. That's a fun one too. Just disgusting people too. Especially the daughter that he plays. Just, literally just and then next one, also from season 5. And I have to say, rest in peace, Bill Paxton, because he was in this episode along with Brad Dourif. And that is People Who Live in Brass Hearses. This is the one where, like, Bill Paxton's character just got out of jail and stuff, and Brad Dourif is kind of, like, mentally slow. They play brothers and everything. And before I had gotten these, Tales from the Crypt seasons. And I've had these for like 8 years or so. Like, this was one that always kind of stuck out to me, mainly because I remember them always like eating the sticks of butter, and I'm like, oh, gross, gross. But that is a fantastic little episode and everything. Again, a little bit of like, oh, little morality thing at the end, morality tale at the end. Um, Next one, actually from season 6, and this one's a little more of like a kooky one, but it's a fun one called Whirlpool. It's one where girl works for Tales from the Crypt, basically. She's a writer, and she kind of gets canned, and like she keeps waking up almost like Groundhog Day, where it's like, okay, wait, no, how am I supposed to make this right? And trying to avoid getting um, canned and everything. And it just, every time she wakes up, it's just worse and worse than like the time before. Fun one. Um, Next one, also from season 6. Let the crime fit the punishment. This is the one where lady, she's a lawyer. She's kind of like an ambulance chaser, just kind of a crooked lawyer, and ends up like pretty much being in like lawyer hell and just always having to like be a public defender and everything. It's a fun episode. That is a really fun one, and just to see her kind of go nuts is awesome. Is awesome. Um, so yeah, that's my top 10, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, that's my top 10. All right, all right. And let me go ahead and do my honorable mentions, because like I said, and there's more episodes too, other than these, that are, I feel like, are still great. Just any one of these, I feel like people can really enjoy. So honorable mentions. Corman's Calamity. That's another sort of like Whirlpool, where it's more of like a humorous one. It's a little bit more goofy, but it's still really good. He's the main character is taking these like these pills to make him more potent down below. Get him some spermy counts. And it kind of affects one of the side effects is that like when he's drawing, because he works for a comic book, wouldn't you know, he works for Tales from the Crypt. And, like, every time he draws something, it, like, pops up somewhere in the city, like, real life and everything. So it's like, what? Kind of a crazy, kooky one, but I love it. Split Second, which is one where it's, like, the wood chopping guys, guys who cut down, like, trees and stuff, and, like, the boss finds this little, like, love of his life and everything, marries her and all that, and she's, like, just, she's already, like, done with it. It was a little fling and everything, and she's already, like, wandering eye, gets even and everything, and of course both of them end up, everyone kind of pays the price in the end, which I love. Actually, no, the wood chopping guys get the revenge on the boss and the wife, which, gotta love it, gotta love it. Third one, Split Personality, which this actually has Joe Pesci in it, and Joe Pesci just being awesome. He's a goofy actor. Love that guy. But yeah, he kind of stumbles upon two these twins, actually, like knockout twins and everything, and just tries to pull fast one on them. But of course, they're a little like twisted and stuff, so he kind of gets what is coming to him, which is awesome. The fourth one, The Assassin, which is another kind of like goofier one. It's not like scary or anything, but it's definitely a goofier one. This one actually has Corey Feldman in it, which anything with one of the Coreys I always kind of love. They have a little special place. That's another one where you're kind of like, nice little twist, I think that's what I like about it. It has a nice little twist about it, which, gotta love those twists. And then last but not least, for honorable mentions and for my list, is Comes the Dawn. This is the one where they're like in Alaska or whatever, and guy realizes that he's around a bunch of like vampires, and he's like, oh god, I gotta get out of here. And then he's like, oh wait, it's almost done. Okay, the sun's coming out. And the one girl's like, oh no, it's dark out here for like 6 more months or something. You're like, oh, that sucks, dude. You're fucked all over. But yeah, that is my little Tales from the Crypt episodes and everything. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think. What are some of your favorite episodes that you enjoy? Or your memories of Tales from the Crypt and everything? Like, were you guys like me and like watched this when it was on back in the day, or was it something that you kind of came across later on in life? Let me know. Let me know. But till next time, you guys, as always, you stay creepy and classy, and as always, a little bit sassy.